The room is dim, filled with the faint scent of burning sage, its smoke curling like secrets in the air. Outside, the city hums with life. Distant sirens and voices blend into a symphony of chaos. But inside these walls, an eerie stillness settles, heavy with anticipation. Can you feel it? An unease creeping along your spine. What if everything you believed was a lie? Temptations flicker on the walls, echoing your fears and doubts. In this moment, the world outside fades as a single truth emerges, begging for your attention. Will you listen to the warning before it's too late? Dear seeker, a crisis is headed your way, but it's not a crisis that's loud or obvious. It's subtle, a silent drift that could pull you into darkness if you're not careful. Pay attention now, for this could be your last chance to safeguard yourself. Before time itself was set into motion, I saw this moment. I saw the journey you'd walk and the challenges that would try to shake your spirit. I saw the moments when you would feel moments of clarity and the times you'd face uncertainty. I saw the doubts that would cloud your mind, and the temptations that would threaten to drown the truth within you. This is one of those decisive hours. But I have not left you without wisdom. I will not leave you without a journey to clarity. Listen carefully, for the adversary is crafting something dangerous. It won't be loud or violent. It will come through comfort, through relationships that weaken your conviction, and through choices that seem harmless, yet carry the poison of compromise. There are those around you who do not carry my spirit. They will speak in ways that sound wise, that appeal to your kindness and desire for peace. But in seeking harmony with those I have not sent, you risk losing the harmony you have with me. Their words will pull your mind away from the truth. You will hear whispers, thoughts that are not your own, echoes of fear that contradict the clarity of my word. Do not accept them. Stay vigilant. Hold on to the truth I have placed in you. The journey ahead is dark, but you don't have to walk it alone. The chill in the air thickens as the seeker stands in silence, battling an unseen force. The wind howls through the trees, rustling leaves like whispers of forgotten prayers. A cloud of doubt hovers overhead. Was their vigilance truly steadfast, or had the distractions of the world already begun their slow, creeping embrace? The echoes of uncertainty resonate louder than any faith they ever held close. A flicker of fear flashes through them. Was the flame of purpose still alive? Or was it flickering towards extinction? This crisis brews quietly, hidden in the hushed spaces between thoughts. In moments left unacknowledged, in mornings filled with promises of tomorrow, the world entices the seeker with its noise. Each delay, a knot tighter in the fabric of deception, slowly weaving a net around their spirit. Darkness won't strike like a thunderbolt. It creeps in softly, lulling them into complacency, making their own strength feel sufficient. But behind this comfort lurk temptations, sweet and treacherous, pulling them away from the divine guide's calling. The real crisis lies not in material loss or fleeting relationships, but in the soul's disconnection, the dimming of that precious truth within. When the spirit grows indifferent, it forgets the way home. In that moment, what's left? Yet the seeker is not abandoned. This struggle is not a threat, it's a lifeline. Each warning carries love. Each whisper from the divine isn't to punish, but to preserve. Awaken, it urges, and fortify before the storm looms near. A choice will surface, where good and almost good dance dangerously close. Only the fire of clarity will reveal what truly matters. The seeker must return to that sacred place where time slows, where the spirit first ignited. They must drown out the cacophony, unleash their voice not for performance, but for deep communion. An intimacy beckons, beyond the ritual, a reassurance that the truth flickers, but it has not vanished. So, the seeker stands strong against the winds of temptation. Will they rekindle their spirit's glow, or will the call of the world snuff it out? The journey ahead is dark, but they don't have to walk alone. There's strength in the return, and as the night deepens, the choice stands clear, to embrace the truth or to let the temptations reign. In a moment, suspended in time, the seeker feels the weight of the world pressing down. The air grows thick with memories, echoes of laughter entangled with whispers of doubt. Each tear shed, a silent plea for wisdom. Why can't I find my way, they think, clenching the faded pages of their mother's diary. Here, scattered like autumn leaves, lie the truths that shaped their childhood. Between the ink, the sacrifices left unspoken, and the burdens carried with a smile. Outside, rain gently taps against the window, releasing a familiar scent that mingles with the incense. It envelops the seeker, and suddenly, their mother's voice resonates in the stillness. You must choose the journey of truth, even if it hurts. That haunting echo sends shivers down their spine, igniting a fire deep where clarity flickers. Every word they read reveals a hidden struggle. As the seeker remembers, they're not just confronting their spirit's turmoil, but the legacy of inherited doubts that threaten to suffocate. Complications creep in, casting temptations that pull them away from the warmth of the divine guide. Yet, amid the haze of uncertainty, a flicker remains. They realize this moment is not just about pain, it's an invitation to awaken. The crisis is a mirror, reflecting the weight of choices that once felt heavy. Were those small compromises worth it? The world urges them toward comfort, but such comfort comes with a price. With every breath, the seeker resolves to uproot the weeds that have choked their spirit. I won't lose my truth. I can't let this storm become mine, they affirm quietly, savored wishes of clarity lifting them. Wisdom returns, revealing the uncomfortable truth about connections that suffocate rather than nurture. Someone must be left behind. Each roar of the storm outside intensifies the seeker's resolve. Balancing the fragility of time, they question, how will I guard what's sacred? Underneath the weight of reality, a spark ignites. The gifts within lie dormant, waiting. They take a deep breath as raindrops fall like fleeting thoughts from the darkened sky. I refuse to let distractions dim my purpose, to protect my journey. The seeker stands tall, ready to answer the call of their spirit. Will they embrace this chance to rise, or will they allow the echoes of fear to drown them? When the night seems endless and the journey unclear, finding strength in the return becomes their truth. There's a truth still flickering, waiting to shine through the temptations. The temptation comes softly, wrapping around the seeker like a whisper. It dives into the temptations of their spirit, where echoes of unhealed wounds linger, reminding them of their hidden desires. You want to be seen, it says, sinking its claws deeper. But within, a voice rises, a truth that cuts through the chaos. Only one can truly see you. Only one can heal your spirit. In this moment, the price of visibility weighs heavy. The seeker feels the pull to lay bare their ambitions, shedding the armor built from the world's gaze. Become invisible to them, the voice urges. Embrace anonymity, for in doing so, you'll find eternal worth. Those who surrender their pride will rise when the moment is right. It's not fear that this warning brings. It's awakening. Do you feel it? The universe is shifting. This pivotal moment could propel you to new heights or drown you in regrets. The adversary senses the power waiting within the seeker and strikes harder, knowing the potential for change is vast. If they fully surrender, they'll rise, not alone, but as a beacon for those tethered to their journey. Listen, the voice continues, strong and unwavering. Greater is the truth within you than the noise around you. Have you felt this before? The knowledge that you're not just surviving but are part of something greater? With each breath, the seeker draws strength from their history. They peer back, tragedies now seen as pivotal moments, trials as catalysts for transformation. Just look at Noah. When the world was shrouded in darkness amidst the chaos, he found favor because he walked the journey of truth. The flood washed everything away, a brutal cleansing. Yet, through it all, rebirth awaited. The voices from the past call out, urging the seeker to recognize the patterns of power that shape their destiny. The temptations may lurk, but there exists a flicker of assurance, a spark waiting to ignite. The air is thick with anticipation as the seeker stands at a crossroads. The echoes of the past swirl around him, a haunting reminder of the choices that shaped his journey. Ancestral voices whisper, urging him to retreat into the comfort of the familiar. But then a flicker of truth pierces the darkness, a beacon of hope that ignites his spirit. Will he trust the unseen journey ahead, or will he succumb to the chilling whispers of regret? The tension mounts, leaving the audience breathless, yearning for the next revelation. In this moment, the seeker recalls the stories of those who came before him. I gave Noah the vision of the ark. A voice resonates within him. He listened, and because of that, he was saved. The scent of rain lingers in the air, a reminder that destruction may loom, but for those who walk in faith, a journey to clarity always exists. The seeker feels the weight of this truth. Do not look back, the voice urges. What lies ahead is greater than what you leave behind. He remembers Abraham, who was warned before the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah fell. I sent my angels to rescue the righteous, the voice continues. Even when doubt clung to them, I led them by the hand. The rustle of leaves echoes the urgency of the moment. The seeker knows he must not mourn what he is called to leave behind. Joseph endured betrayal and false accusations, the voice reminds him. Yet, what seemed like crisis was a divine setup. The seeker feels a surge of resilience. Even the wrongs done to you are part of a greater plan, the voice reassures him. What the adversary meant for evil, I will turn for good. As the seeker stands on the brink of his decision, he draws strength from these stories. The temptations may loom, but the flicker of truth within him grows brighter. Will he embrace the journey ahead, or will he falter in the face of uncertainty? The choice is his, and the world waits with bated breath. The seeker stands at the edge of a vast desert, the sun setting in a blaze of orange and gold. Memories flood his mind, vivid and powerful. I shattered the pride of Pharaoh, a voice echoes, resonating deep within him. I covered my people while I judged their oppressors. The taste of bitter herbs mingles with the aroma of incense, transporting him to a sacred temple. Flickering candlelight dances on ancient texts, illuminating the weight of responsibility on his weary shoulders. Those who obeyed my word were protected, the voice continues, a reminder of the strength found in faith. I brought them out with silver and gold, and there was none feeble among them. Yet, doubt crept in. They feared the giants in the land I had promised. The seeker feels the tension rise. Why did everything change? The wind whispers secrets, hiding the truth, but the warmth of faith lingers, guiding him through the labyrinth of spiritual deception. Do not be like them, the voice urges. When I speak, believe me. The scent of rain fills the air, a promise of renewal. If I say, I will deliver you, I will deliver you. He recalls Rahab, a woman in a doomed city, who hid the messengers and believed their words. Because of her faith, I spared her house, the voice reassures him. My mercy does not measure your past. The rustle of leaves echoes the urgency of his journey. Look at Daniel in Babylon, the voice continues. He refused to bow to fear. I shut the mouths of lions for him. The seeker feels a surge of resilience. The fire could not consume what was refined in faith. As he stands on the brink of his decision, the flicker of truth within him grows brighter. I have always defended those who honor me above all. Will he embrace the journey ahead, or will he falter in the face of uncertainty? The choice is his, and the world waits with bated breath. In a dimly lit room, the soft flicker of vanilla candles dances in the air. The distant wail of sirens filters through the cracked window, mingling with a heavy silence. The seeker sits on a worn couch, surrounded by old photographs, each one a bittersweet echo of hopes once vibrant. One photo stands out, a beloved beloved, wide-eyed and innocent. Memories wash over him like a relentless tide. Laughter spills from the past, igniting a spark of resilience deep within. What if that trust could withstand the storms of life? In this chaotic world, the seeker grapples with a spiritual struggle against deception. How many times have the temptations of doubt crept in, threatening to darken his spirit? Yet, amid the trials, truth beckons. It speaks of truth and clarity. I have made a way where there was no way. A voice resonates within him, filled with unwavering assurance. The stories you've heard are not the end. They are the backdrop for something greater. He recalls the tale of Esther, positioned in the palace not just for beauty, but for purpose. Her courage saved lives. She risked everything to overturn death's decree. Even in exile, the voice continues, "My hand preserves a remnant." Jonah's flight from his calling thrust him into the depths, where the storm welcomed him. But a great fish was waiting, not for punishment, but protection. In those depths, he remembered me, the voice reminds, and he returned on mission. The seeker feels an electric tension. Will he follow in their footsteps? And what about Elijah? The voice swells with passion. Even in famine I fed him. A widow's humble jar remained full because of her obedience. Scarcity didn't define her. Miracles flourished in her surrender. He thinks of David, a mere shepherd boy who faced giants unarmed yet stronger in faith. With just a sling, I guided that stone, the voice echoes, confidence washing over him. The proud fallen, the humble lifted high. As doubt seeps in, he clings to reconciliation. Even in failure, I am here. I do not abandon those who seek me. With renewed purpose, the seeker braces for the journey ahead, uncharted yet beckoning. Will he rise to the challenge or falter among the obstacles? The world watches, waiting for the moment he decides. What journey will he choose? In the stillness of the night, the seeker sits alone, the faint smell of burning sage curling in the air. The room is dim, but the energy around him is anything but. His mind drifts, carried by the weight of the moment. So much doubt, so much doubt. What if the answers were never lost? What if the truth, buried beneath the surface of life's chaos, could shine through the cracks of his pain? His eyes close, the whispers of his ancestors rising from the temptations, their voices like soft echoes, calling to him from a place beyond time. "Remember who you are," they murmur, and in that moment the fog begins to clear. His spirit stirs, a quiet but powerful flicker of hope ignites within him. His struggles, the obstacles, the doubt, they're all part of something bigger, something divine. The seeker's spirit rises with new clarity. His journey is not one of defeat, but of transformation. A voice, as deep and timeless as the earth itself, breaks through the silence. I have acted in justice and mercy through every age. For those I love, I correct. I do not let my children drift into destruction without warning. The words hit him like a thunderclap. Is this what he had been waiting for? The reminder that no matter how dark the storm, there is always a promise of renewal. Through every trial, I preserved a remnant. Even when judgment fell, I spoke of restoration. I sent my prophets to warn, to guide, to remind my people of what truly matters. The seeker feels a tremor in his soul. Could this be the call to stand tall in the face of the storm? He recalls the stories of the great figures before him. Esther, risking everything to save her people. Jonah, thrown into the depths, only to be protected and called back. Elijah, fed by miracles in the midst of famine. These are not just stories. They are lessons in resilience, in faith, in choosing the harder journey because the reward is greater. The voice grows stronger. The crisis you face is no different. The adversary still roars, seeking to devour. But you are not prey. You are chosen. You are not defined by the storm. Through your struggles, you are being refined. The seeker's spirit trembles as the weight of these words sinks in. The road ahead is unknown, filled with challenges, but there is a truth. There is always a truth. The choice is his. Will he follow the journey of faith, of courage, of resilience, or will he allow the weight of the world to crush him? In that quiet, sacred moment, he makes his decision. The journey ahead will not be easy, but with every step, he walks in truth, in faith, and with the wisdom of a wisdom greater than himself. The storm may rage, but it will not defeat him. The seeker stands, ready to face the world, knowing that with the divine guide at his side, no adversary can claim victory. In the spirit of a dimly lit chapel, the seeker wrestles with doubt. Temptations dance on the walls, echoing the prayers of those who came before. The scent of rain lingers in the air, a reminder of renewal. Just when despair threatens to consume him, a voice breaks through the silence. It's not a ghostly whisper, but the unmistakable voice of a long-lost mentor, alive and present. Have you forgotten? The voice resonates, deep and timeless. I have acted in justice and mercy through every age. For those I love, I correct. I do not let my children drift into destruction without warning. The seeker feels disbelief wash over him, mingling with a flicker of hope. Memories flood back, lessons of resilience, faith, and the power of choice. You are not defined by the storm, the voice continues. Through your struggles, you are being refined. He recalls the stories of Esther, Jonah, and Elijah, figures who faced their own crises with unwavering courage. They chose the harder journey, knowing the reward was greater. The seeker's spirit trembles as he realizes he too is called to stand tall against the tempest. Just as I preserved Noah, I will preserve you, the voice assures him. You are not alone. My angels surround you even now. The air thickens with the weight of these words. The seeker understands that this is his moment to rise, not in pride, but in power. He must separate from the voices that lead him astray, cling to the truth, and walk in discernment. Will you follow the journey of faith, the voice challenges, or will you let the weight of the world crush you? In that sacred moment, he makes his choice. The journey ahead will be fraught with challenges, but he will walk in truth, guided by a wisdom greater than himself. The storm may rage, but it will not defeat him. With renewed faith, the seeker stands ready to face the world, knowing that with the divine guide at his side, no adversary can claim victory. The crisis he feared can be transformed into purpose. There is still time to overcome, to rise from every grave of fear and doubt. The seeker embraces his journey, ready to unveil his true self. In the dimly lit chamber, the air thick with the scent of burning sage, the seeker kneels. The weight of deception crashes down like thunder. A wave of uncertainty sweeps over him, but something stirs deep inside. Is this the moment? The last flicker of doubt is extinguished as a radiant truth envelops him, a warm embrace cutting through his turmoil. The world outside fades, replaced by profound stillness. His spirit trembles. Can he rise above it all? Tears mix with the smoky air, and the whisper of hope begins to rise. The seeker feels moments of clarity, as his spirit burns with the certainty that truth will prevail. Through every doubt, through every shadow, there is a journey to clarity. In this sacred silence, forgiveness and resilience surge within him. The seeker stands. His journey is no longer just about survival. It is about choosing the right journey. Will he stay true, even when it's hard? Will he trust, even when the world seems dark? The divine guide's voice echoes in his spirit, reminding him, "You are not alone. You are chosen." The future is in his hands, and so is the seeker.